Pressure is mounting on the government to make stalking a criminal offence, with some of New Zealand's most powerful lobby groups signing an 8,000-strong petition.
More than 80 groups from the business, legal and academic sectors are behind the petition. But despite a pre-election promise, the Minister was unable to commit today to a stalking law just yet. Here's Karen Rutherford.
Molly, as we'll call her, says she's endured a decade being taunted by a violent ex-partner.
It was exhausting and frightening, and for a while there I thought I was going to die. The setting fire to my house, the turning up to my house with a weapon, hacking my emails.
When her brother took his own life and her father died, the barrage of unwanted texts, emails and photos, some sent to her bosses, impacted every aspect of her job, her life.
I was diagnosed with quite severe PTSD because it's like being in a combat zone. It's like being at war. You're always frightened.
Even after trying to burn her house down, police could only charge him with willful damage and breaching a protection order. He was convicted and has since moved to Australia. It's behaviour like this almost 8,000 New Zealanders have signed an open letter to Justice Minister Paul Goldsmith about. They want stalking made a crime in its own right.
Thousands of people right now are living in fear because of their stalker. And how is the Minister going to feel if another person is murdered by their stalker?
Prior to the election, National publicly supported inserting stalking into the Crimes Act, bringing New Zealand into line with Australia, the US, UK and Europe. But as yet, nothing.
Well, we're moving as quickly as we can to get through a very busy legislative agenda in terms of justice.
Auckland student Fazana Yakubi died at the hands of her stalker in 2022. She'd warned police 8 weeks before, but they failed to act. And now 80 high-powered lobby groups, including Rural Women New Zealand, the Federation of Business and the Prostitutes Collective, say it's time for change.
It says to the government that people from all walks of life want this law and they want it now.
As soon as we can, probably next year, but certainly this term.
A delay that sickens those like Molly living in fear.
They use stories like mine to make political capital, but when they have the chance to, when they're in power, it suddenly becomes too hard. It's not too hard.
One woman's voice now supported by a growing chorus for a stalking law that'd give police more tools to prosecute. Karen Rutherford, Newshub.